Hello everybody, Alex Elliott here. Today I've got 10 ways you can improve your golf swing without leaving your home. Absolutely essential drills. You can do these inside or outside. Let's get into number 1 on our list. Okay, this drill is the swing plane checker. You either need 3 alignment sticks or 3 golf clubs. Either is good. You can do this one inside or outside, as I said with all the drills. What we want to do is we want to create a tram track with your alignment sticks or golf clubs on the ground, roughly about a foot apart. Then I want you to grab the alignment stick, the third one, or the golf club, and grip it in the middle. So we've got even amount of golf club or alignment stick at the top or at the bottom. For a right-handed player, place the alignment stick and grip it up your left-hand side. For a left-handed player, up the right-hand side. And we're going to imagine we're addressing the golf ball as if we're about to hit a shot. The golf club or the alignment stick won't touch the ground, but we're going to imagine we're addressing the golf ball because this is the swing plane checker. I find a lot of people, when they're trying to make improvements on their swing plane, and especially a lot of people look at this in terms of downswing, they're very much reacting to ball flight all the time. And it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to change your swing plane. So what we're looking for here is good setup, good posture, gripping the alignment stick or the golf club in the middle. I want you just to make a few moves, creating some rotation. So we're going to think first stage, hands just up to hip height. We're going to feel like this is pretty much dominant with the upper half, and then we're going to learn to set the golf club on plane. And we're looking to set the golf club in between the first alignment stick and the second alignment stick. And you'll notice my toes are just away from this nearest alignment stick. So we're going 1, 2, and I would do it where we take a waggle, we come back to the golf ball, we work it to the top. Because if we can get an understanding of how to set the golf club better, we can get the golf club working much more on plane. A lot of you guys who drag it inside will notice the alignment stick comes off. A lot of you guys who like to pick the golf club up will notice the alignment stick or the golf club will hit you in your side. So let me refresh you of those points again. Point number 1. Back to address, feeling point number 1's coming more from upper body. The triangle between each of my shoulders and my hands is dominant here. Go 1, back to the golf ball, 2, and set. Flat lead wrist, end the alignment stick or end of the golf club, pointing in between the 2 lines. And that's a great way to understand how to set the golf club better and get the golf club working on plane straight away in your golf swing. The next on our list is understanding body rotation. Body rotation is such a big thing. We look at all the top players in the world. They have great rotation, great understanding of their body, and that allows them to hit the ball long distances, but also look for that keyword consistency, and we're all looking for that. Okay, so we've got a setup here on the ground, and this is prime time to get your body working better so you can get more consistent and you can start to hit the ball a little bit further. Nice and simple setup. We need, again, 3 alignment sticks, but this time another alignment stick or a golf club if you have it. I've created a 45-degree angle between my feet line, which would run parallel to my ball to target line, and then we have the second alignment stick with that 45-degree angle. We're going to take our stance inside of there, always have a ball down on the ground if we can, just so we've got a relative situation to what we're going to have on the golf course. We want to then place this alignment stick through your belt buckle and the golf club, which runs parallel on your chest. So we've got a nice athletic setup to start with. What we're looking for in this drill is to create a stretch between the upper and the lower in the backswing and in the downswing. So when we take part in this drill, we're looking to point number 1 in the backswing. Rotation to the top, we're looking for the hips to work along the alignment stick on the ground, and it's great feedback with this one through our belt buckle. And we're looking for a bigger stretch with the upper half, so we're feeling like we're creating that coil. So number 1, can we get 90 with the shoulders, roughly 45 degrees with the hips, and then this is the key thing here. How long can we keep the shoulders at 90 but get the hips opening up to target and then let it through? Because this is a great understanding of rotation, stretch, and swing through. So number 2 on our list is understanding your body rotation, and this is a great drill for creating the X factor stretch, which is key for distance out on the golf course. Next on our list is setup checklist. We're going to look at this in terms of working a good ball position, working good position in terms of setting up to the golf ball, and this is going to be a really good thing because if you can get a consistent ball position with each club, you can get a consistent setup that's athletic, you're going to be able to move better, but also you're going to have a consistent setup which is valuable out on the golf course. So many times I see a lot of people make bad swings or compensations in their golf swing as a result of a bad setup. So now's your time to get this right. Again, we're looking at 3 alignment sticks here and a golf club in your hand. I want you to imagine, again, it can be going inside, that we've got this tram track that's running down towards target. We've then got an alignment stick which is going to be a good highlighting position for your ball position, and I would encourage you to do the same process throughout the golf bag. I would look at it in terms of 9-iron upwards because we know as a pitching positions and pitching setup will vary slightly differently. We're talking about a normal stock shot here. So for example, hitting 7-iron or hitting a 5-iron towards a green. We're going to show you from the down the line perspective to begin with. What we're looking for here is to take a nice hold of the golf club, and I always encourage players to get the sole of the club pointing towards the sky, top hand on, bottom hand on, and then we're ready to go. My legs are still straight here if you notice that. I want you to then lower the club until it runs parallel to the ground. I then want you just to feel like you're tipping forwards like a crane, keeping the legs straight, tip forwards like a crane, both hands on the club until the club hits the ground. Now slightly bend the knees. I want you to shuffle until the club hits the middle of the golf ball. And I want you to now take a stance for a 7-iron that's just on a shoulder width apart. You'll also notice I've got my feet slightly flared, not pointing inwards, and this is a massive thing for helping rotation through the golf ball. And we all know good rotation leads to good release patterns. We've got a really nice position here, which the middle of the hip is going through the middle of the feet, the armpits are over the toes, and I'm nice and athletic. I'm ready to go. So once we've got a good understanding of how I want to stand to the golf ball, we can then start to do this working on a good ball position. So for example, with a 7-iron, I like to feel as though my ball position is in between my zip and in between where my heart would be, okay? I like to feel it roughly around there, and if we can feel that we start to work these good ball positions, it's going to be really valuable. And a key rule that I like to use is, if I start with pitching wedge in the middle, we move half a ball forward for 9-iron, move half a ball forward for 8-iron, half a ball forward for 7-iron, until we get to driver. And like I said, I would encourage you to go through all these steps with every single club, from 9-iron all the way up to your longest club in your bag, your driver. So I'm going to run you through that again. Starting with the legs straight, we're going to keep them just inwards of shoulder width apart, sole to the sky, top hand on, bottom hand on, lower the club until it runs parallel to the ground. We're then going to tilt forward from the hips, slightly bend the knees, take the stance out to shoulder width apart, making sure we got the correct relative ball position. We're now ready to go. We're now athletic. We're now in a position to move good, move better with a consistent ball position. And if you can get used to this, you're going to feel like this is going to become second nature and automatic out on the golf course. So it's one less swing thought to have. Next on our list is understanding your body a little bit more, and understanding how your body works in the golf swing. What I want you to do here is anywhere you can, get a bit of free space, bit of space you can actually move. I want you to get an athletic setup. Imagine you're addressing your 7-iron, so a virtual 7-iron in our hands. I want you to, firstly, in the first part of this drill, is get the hands on each shoulder, so we're crossing these arms over. And I want you to get an understanding of what your body's doing. This is very hard for some people when we got a golf club in our hand, because the golf club has a certain weight to it and our body may react to that. Really get a feeling of just rotation, not slide and not slide. So I like to feel as though, imagine we've got our virtual box that we're in. Can we feel like we work into the right without breaking the box, work down into the left without breaking the box on the way through? And this is a great way to get a feeling of rotation, not slide and tip, or not slide and scoop. Because like I said at the start of this one, you react to what the golf club is doing sometimes. Next part of this drill, I want you to again feel like you're in that 7-iron posture. We're going to feel that the palms are pointing inwards of each other. So they're not pointing down towards the ground, they're not pointing up towards the sky. They're feeling like, imagine there's two lasers out of them, they'd be meeting in the middle, roughly around here. And this is the next stage to this one. Can we feel we get some good moves to the top? Put it on the table, release it through. Because you'll notice here, this right hand is in the motion we'd want it to be if we had our 7-iron in our hand at impact. And this is a great way of linking from the first part to the second part to the final part when you manage to get out on the golf course with the club in your hand. So again, nice athletic posture, palms pointing inwards, work it to the top, flat lead wrist, put it on the table, post it into impact, bring it through to a finish. And you'll notice there, the moves that I'm creating are very similar to what I do, or what I'd like to do with a golf club in my hand. Flat lead wrist, slight cupping of the lead trail wrist into impact, swinging it through to a target. Next on my list is the Postit drill. If you're someone who's played with that sliding feeling through impact and not a lot of rotation, this one is for you. Or if you just want to improve your rotation, this one is for you as well. So you'll notice here, I've got an alignment stick in the ground. This could be a garden chair, this could be the side of a sofa, this could be a chair inside. We're just looking for something to roughly finish around hip height. We're then going to start addressing the golf ball, our virtual golf ball on the ground, or if even better, we can always have a golf ball on the ground. This really helps your integration to the golf course because we've always got a reference to what we're looking for and reference to what is actually there when we're playing golf. So we're looking to put our lead foot roughly about 2 inches away from our obstacle. I've got my alignment stick, but this could be numerous things. Place your second alignment stick or an alignment stick across your chest or even a golf club, looking to post it. So we're looking to get our belt buckle or our right hip posted. A lot of you guys who will slide will not be able to post it because we'll hit our obstacle. What we're looking for here is to the top, down and post it. So my belt buckle, my right hip is on the alignment stick there. So a really good feedback, good understanding of what the upper body's doing relative to the lower body as well because we've got this in place. And if you're struggling with this, I would build it up in stages. So stage 1 to the top, stage 2, start the lower half, stage 3, post it with the right hip. And like I said at the start, all we're looking to do here is, if we're sliding, we're going to collide. We're looking to get the right hip or the belt buckle posted onto our hip height obstacle, because that's going to be a great way of understanding what your rotation is doing in the downswing. Next on our list is stopping our sway. A lot of golfers do it, a lot of golfers don't actually understand how they can stop. Now is your chance to understand how the body works, but also stop the sway. So we've got an alignment stick in the ground here, roughly around hip height, but this could be the side of the sofa, this could be a garden chair, this could be a chair inside your home. Any numerous obstacle. What we're looking to do here is, again with the golf ball on the floor, relative to a 7-iron ball position, get in your 7-iron posture and setup. Feeling that I've got my right foot, so my trail foot for a right-handed player, roughly about 2 inches away from the alignment stick. You players who slide will collide into this alignment stick without being able to get the right hip rotating. So what we're looking to do here is, we're looking to get a feeling of, can we get this rotation without colliding my right hip onto the alignment stick. So we're looking for a move in the backswing where we get roughly 90 with the shoulders, 45 with the hips. You guys who slide in the backswing tend to struggle to rotate in the backswing enough. So if we can really feel like the right hip is moving behind us, and another expression that I like to feel is, imagine our bums on the wall, don't slide along the wall, press into the wall with the right hip for a right-handed player. So again, 2 inches to 3 inches away, rotating in, avoiding the alignment stick, really getting a feel of you working like a coil, working like a spring, building up that power, building up that tension, allowing yourself to let it go down at the golf ball. And this is the correct time, this is the prime time to get this working better in your golf swing. Next on our list is understanding what our club face is doing at impact. Now to do this, we either use a magnet or some blue tack and a golf tee like I have done here. Now the position of this is key. We're looking to get this tee or the magnet in the middle of the face, heel to toe, and top edge to bottom edge, okay? And I would look at this in terms of grooves. Can we get this exactly in the middle of the grooved section? Also, we need to make sure from this perspective, the tee is as close to the loft angle of the face as we can. Doesn't have to be so precise, but as close as we can get it, the better the results will be for you. So what we're looking for here is, where is our face pointing at impact? And I've got a test for you. I want you to feel like you're addressing a golf ball, then we're going to shuffle just inside it. We're going to make a few swings and stop just at impact, and let's see where that face is pointing. Now, the caveat with this is, we need to remember what shots we're hitting. If we're a fader of the golf ball, our face will be pointing a little bit right of our path. If we're a draw of the golf ball, our face will be pointing a little bit left. But I want you to understand that I can get a relationship of what pattern I'm seeing with the golf tee. Does that equate to my ball flight? Or if it doesn't, how can I get that golf tee pointing more towards target at impact? And also, am I someone who's adding loft to a golf club? Or in an ideal scenario with our irons, are we a player who's slightly de-lofting that golf club with the hands ahead? So here's the test. We're going to swing to the top, down into impact. Where's the tee pointing? Is it left? Is it right? Is it up to the sky? Or has it got towards target with a little bit of de-lofting going on? That is what we want to be seeing. So to the top, into impact. To the top, into impact. Now, I struggle with this. I always get mine pointing a little bit to the right. I'm a fader of the golf ball, but that's something that I know about my game, so I'm not too worried about that. But a lot of you guys may see this tee point off quite a lot in different directions, and it's a great way of understanding what your release pattern is, and you can start to understand how you control the club face. Next on our list is the single leg stability and rotation drill. Now, this is kind of a hybrid from what you guys may have seen some of the top players in the world do in the gym, but I find this is a great drill you can do to improve your stability, your rotation, and if you can do it on one leg, that becomes very, very easy when we've got both of them in play on the golf course. Okay, so first off, we're looking to address a golf ball again. Remember, we're always trying to be relative to a golf ball, and then just shuffle to the side of it. We're going to first start off by putting our lead leg behind and making a few golf swings through to target. Okay, back and through. So you'll notice here, as you're doing this, you have to be balanced and you have to be stable. We're looking to just get a feeling of rotation with the lower half on the way through, but can we consistently brush the ground at the same point? Because if we can do it on one leg, then we can do it on two. And the reason why we put the lead leg behind is it just helps us get rotated through impact. Now, putting the trail leg behind, this stops you guys who sway during the backswing, and it really gives you a good feeling of rotation in the backswing through into follow through. So we've got both aspects there. I would build it up, and it might sound a bit of a contradictory terms here, with the follow through version first, because I much prefer that side of this drill. But then don't forget to make a few reps with the trail leg back, and you'll soon start to get a feeling of how hard it is to stay stable, stay rotated, but stay balanced. My next drill is one of my absolute favourites. This is one that you can do at home, and I know all these drills are the ones you can do at home, but it's an absolute favourite of mine. Grab a wedge, grab an iron, and I want you to feel like we're going to grip the golf club 2 or 3 inches away from the hosel. Placing the rest of the golf club up your lead side, this is a great way of getting some checkpoints. What the club face is doing halfway back, am I on plane, what's it doing at the top, what's it doing at impact, am I rotating or am I flipping? So this is how I want you to build it up, and this is my step-to-step guide of a really good swing checker to do from home. So from the down the line perspective, making sure we're 2 or 3 inches away from the hosel, can we go position 1? Keeping the golf club on the side of the body, club head just outside the hands. We all talk about that. Position 2, set the golf club with a nice flat lead wrist, just outside the feet line. Position 3, nice flat lead wrist at the top, and you can see the sole of the club is to the sky. This is matching this. Position 4, can I get the club head slightly behind the hands, flat lead wrist. Position 5, can I get the hands ahead of impact. Position 6, through to a nice rotated follow through, just like Tommy Fleetwood. So let me show you that from the face on perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is a great way of building rotation, building synchronization, but most importantly, doing it with a good swing plane and good club face. Next on our list is grip pressure. This is an untouched aspect of golf, I think, for a lot of golfers, and something that they don't really think of as being affecting their release, affecting how they set the club. Ultimately, if you think about the only contact we have with the golf club is our grip. One, it's got to be right for our release pattern, but also it's got to have the right tension. So I heard a really good tip on the internet, Nick Doherty, squeezing a tube of toothpaste, and I really like this because it gives you a feeling of lightness on the golf club. And a tip my dad used to tell me is, imagine you've got an egg in your hands, you don't want to crack the egg. So feeling as though you don't want to crack the egg, don't want to squeeze the toothpaste out the tube, and this is going to allow you to set the golf club better, but also allow you to release that club much better as well, because anytime we have tension on the golf club, this limits our ability to set the club, this limits our ability to actually rotate because that tension goes up into the body. So you're limiting club head speed and you're limiting yourself to club face control. So next tip on our list is grip pressure. Don't squeeze the toothpaste out and don't crack the egg. Thank you for watching today's video. I'm Alex Elliott from Alex Elliott Golf. Now you have 10 ways to improve your golf swing while staying at home.